Hey everyone, once again, this is Barry 3D from the Iconist Podcast, and we're doing another unboxing. Who are we doing today? The one and only Mr. Terrific. Hey everyone, we are unboxing Mr. Terrific and his Tea Craft. Now, this one was the one tied in with the Superman movie. I'm very excited to get this one. This one includes the figure. So when you see the figure on the box, the figure does come with the vehicle. I was super excited to add this one to my collection. And Mr. Terrific, we've talked about him before. You could see that with that discussion with me and Rod up here. Now, here is a picture of the Terrific, his tea craft from the Superman movie. Here's an interior with it. So obviously, it's bigger in the movie because does sit more people. I wish they included his tea chair, right? His floating tea chair that he used in the Superman movie and incorporated that somehow. Once again, that's fan wishful thinking. That's my 2 cents on that. So the packaging looks really nice, very basic as all the other packaging it does in there. It's tea craft because he uses the tea spheres, but he has a tea craft. And keep in mind, this was only made for the Superman movie. In the comic books, Mr. Terrific never had that before. Now on the box, it shows the jets that actually go down, and it shows the landing gear. But on the front of the box, it doesn't have that. On the back of the box, we see that they simulated that VTOL takeoff and landing for the jets, but no landing gear, which I wish they did add on. So here we are. We're going to take this out the box and see what's inside. With these figures, sometimes there's always a switch to push or something to add on or click on to make it even more so. This just pretty much is the sphere as we see here. And as I dig into the box a little bit more, you'll see the only thing I'm pulling out will be the Mr. Terrific figure. So let me just kind of get this all together and get us out the way. All right, get this out the way. All right, figure. I like what I see. It's recognizable as a color scheme as they put together for comic book fans and anyone that watched the movie. It's got his vest on there. I think it looks really snazzy, very clean lines overall, and they even got the actors face shape to it to recognize it. So making it all together. Yeah, we see here from the side, you know, we got fair play written on one arm. And as I turn it around, same thing on the other arm. And then, of course, on the back, terrific, because he's supposed to be the third smartest person in the DC universe because he's smart enough to say, hey, let me be number three and not number one because less people bother me. So the figure looks really good. I like how that comes across. And they even gave him that same hairstyle and, of course, not too much of receding hairline. So that's awesome. So let's move him back here and check out the T craft. So once again, we see that the jets can roll back and forth to simulate takeoff and landings. That's awesome. I like that overall. It's got the fair play written on either side, so very straightforward, and it's got like where they put the screws and attach everything together. I wish they would have made the landing gear for it, like a tripod to represent the movie, and then we kind of get on the inside. So very simple. There's nothing to add on here. We see there's little clips where his legs would attach in there, and of course, I got the control panel for the character. It's got a very it's just supposed to be like his T spheres. There's nothing else added on there like the other vehicles. Reminds me a little bit of Alpha Five's head from Power Rangers. Ah, yeah, 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 he's on. So we got Mr. Terrific inside here. The only thing is, I find that it should have either been an inch longer or an inch higher because of how his jacket is, or should I say his vest. You can't get his legs all the way up without kind of warping the vest a little bit. So you kind of lose that crispness over time. So you almost got to force it in. I figure an inch one direction or the other, I know, would have made this a better fit. But we see what the character looks like on the inside here with it. And then how he relates inside. So it was a tad small for me, but as we get inside, it's kind of a cool look to represent what the movie had. And here we go. Now, I don't know if this was put together really quick because it was rushed for the movie, and this was just something that added on along with the Fortress of Solitude, but I think this was awesome. So remember, this whole world was started by a piece of paper, pencil, and lots of imagination. Keep on dreaming. And as Mr. Terrific would say, it's all about fair play. Enjoy.